안녕하세요. Oh shoot, I forgot.
Hey guys, it's Amy and welcome back to another video. So while Kevin is getting his supplies, I'm going to quickly explain what we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to be following Kevin's tutorial on how to make beaded bracelets through his live stream, and if you guys haven't seen it already, I've done a similar thing but with Hyunjae's Dalgona coffee live stream, but I'll be sure to link it down below in the description so that you guys can go and check that out. But without further ado, let's get into it.
So I just decided to make this beforehand and show you guys how to do it.
So by the looks of it, Kevin has already started on his bracelet. So the first thing that I'm going to do is cut the elastic. And he didn't actually say how much he cut, but I'm gonna go for a ruler's length. But probably shouldn't quote me on that. So now that we have that done, we're going to knot the end 2 to 3 times. I usually like to do 3 though. Following Kevin's pattern, we start with these small ones. So for that, I have these smaller white beads and these smaller yellow beads, as well as some silver flower beads. Since we finished with the first part of the pattern, it is now time to move on to the main flower. For the flower petals, I'm going to be using these beads, and like Kevin, for the center, I am going to also be using these silver ones.
자, 이렇게 들어갔습니다. 잘 보이시나요? 여기다가 최대한 붙여놓고.
So like Kevin said, we are first going to add 4 beads for the petals. And now we are going to add the center. Then once we have that, we are going to take the string and go back through the first one.
짜잔. It should look like this. And then, as you would have guessed it, you just need 2 more of the flower petals, and you add it to the flower. 1, 2. 이렇게요. Do you all see? So if we put the string back through the first bead, now we gotta put it through the 4th bead to complete the flower. Okay? Y'all following me?
And go back through the first one. So I believe it is this one. And now we have our flower.
완성됩니다. 박수. 짝짝짝짝. 너무 예쁘죠?
But in all honesty though, I think like this is so cute. So I'm going to finish it off and update you guys later on how it turns out.
I started with a single knot so I can thread it through. 한 번 묶은, you gotta knot it, pull it tight, but don't pull too tight. And I like to wrap my finger with the string, get some crazy glue. Put glue where you just drop it. I like to leave it hanging so the glue can harden before I cut it.
So I've finished the bracelet and I think it came out really cute. I actually finished it off by tying it 2 to 3 times, but I do like how Kevin used glue, so I will probably do that later. 2 lessons though that I learned are Number 1, leave more string at the very beginning when you're tying the knot, and also cut more string in the beginning because the bracelet is very, very small for me, and every time I put it on or take it off, I'm really afraid that it's going to snap.
이렇게 일단 뽑아 놓습니다. Since this is a double string bracelet, we start with a single strand with both ends loose because we need both ends.
For this next bracelet, again, I'm not really sure how much Kevin cut, but I'm just using the string that I have left over, and you probably want quite a bit. So mine is about 94 centimeters. So each side is about 47 centimeters. In terms of the beads that I'm going to be using for this bracelet, I'm going to again use the silver flowers. I'm going to also use these green longer beads. And lastly, I know it's all in a jumbled mess, but I'm going to be using these copper ones. First thing we are going to do is string the 4 beads into the middle. So now that it's in the middle, we are going to take this strand and go through the first bead.
여기서 이 무게를 충분히 이렇게 자연스럽게 떨어지게 한 다음에 쭉쭉 당겨주면 이게 센터가 맞아져요. So that's how you get a centered bead. Doing one pearl on each side.
Then it seems like we are going to be using the smaller beads and putting one on each side, so one for each strand. And now we're going to do the same thing except with the longer beads.
Wow, everybody say wow.
And now we're going to finish this part of the pattern off with 2 more smaller beads. So I believe that is it for the pattern, and now you're just going to repeat it for the rest of the bracelet. So the next step would be to start from the silver beads again, or whichever ones that you chose. So again, like the first bracelet, I'm going to finish this off camera and then later show you guys the final result.
끝났습니다. done. 2개가 있잖아요. 이걸 조심하셔야 돼요. 이 상태로 그대로 올려가지고 이 구슬을 잘 보고 그 방향을 잘 맞춰.
Once you're done the bracelet and you end before the silver beads again, we are going to take the 2 ends and string them through the very first bead.
됐다. 짜잔.
So now I'm going to tie a few knots.
자, 이렇게 해서 마무리가 됐습니다. 보시면.
So that is it for this video. I'm super duper happy with how the bracelets came out. Big thanks to Kevin for teaching us how to make them. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!